In the world of physics, few ideas are as iconic as spacetime. That stretchy four-dimensional fabric where space and time blend together, bending under the weight of stars and planets. It's the star of Einstein's relativity, helping us understand everything from GPS signals to black holes. But what if this cosmic canvas isn't real at all? What if it's just a clever tool we invented, like a map that works great but doesn't actually exist? That's the provocative claim from Darrell Jansen, a philosopher of physics at the University of Saskatchewan. In a fresh article published on November 2, 2025, Jansen argues that space-time isn't a physical thing out there in the universe. It's a human-made model for making sense of how events unfold. It's a mind-bending idea that's stirring up debates in physics and philosophy. First, what is space-time? Anyway? Picture this. You're driving down a straight road at a steady speed. In everyday terms, you're moving through space, the road ahead, over time, minutes ticking by. Einstein's theory of special relativity mashed these two together into space-time, a single, unified stage where motion looks different depending on who's watching. For example, if you're zooming near the speed of light, time slows down for you compared to someone standing still. In diagrams, we plot your journey as a world line, a slanted line on a graph where the x-axis is space and the y-axis is time. The steeper the slope, the faster you're going. Cool, right? This setup lets physicists predict wild stuff, like how gravity warps paths or why twins age differently in space travel. But Jansen says, hold on. This map is useful, but is the territory real? The big claim, space-time, doesn't exist, it happens. Jansen's core idea is straightforward. Space-time isn't a thing that exists, like a chair or a planet. Instead, it's a model, a handy way to catalog and connect events. What's an event? Think of it as something that happens right now, like your coffee spilling at 2:15 p.m. in your kitchen. It's an instant occurrence, tied to a place and moment, but it doesn't linger as an object you can poke or revisit. Events aren't stuff, they just go down. The past? It's a bunch of events that already happened. The future? Events that haven't yet. Space-time, then, is like a giant 4D scrapbook of all possible events, showing how they link up, before, after, here, there. But the scrapbook itself? Not real. Events do not exist, they happen. Consequently, space-time does not exist, Jansen writes. To make it click, he pulls out an old-school analogy: the celestial sphere. Back in ancient times, astronomers imagined stars fixed on a giant dome spinning around Earth. It was a brilliant tool for tracking the night sky, but nobody believes that dome is out there anymore. It's just a model. Space-time, Jansen says, is the modern version, super useful for physics, but believing it's a real fabric leads to headaches. Why does this matter? Cracking open relativity and quantum weirdness. Einstein's general relativity treats space-time as a dynamic sheet that curves with mass, explaining gravity as a dip in the road. Quantum mechanics, meanwhile, deals with probabilistic particles zipping through. Well, what? Jansen's view doesn't trash these theories, it sharpens them. Relativity isn't about a bendy thing, it's a math toolkit for ordering events in different viewpoints, like how now shifts for moving observers. Predictions stay spot on, but without assuming space-time is something physical. This tweak could clean up quantum gravity quests, where merging relativity and quantum rules gets messy. By ditching space-time as real, physicists might focus less on fighting over its nature and more on the raw happenings underneath. Solving sci-fi nightmares. No more time travel headaches. Ever wonder why time travel stories, think Back to the Future, spawn paradoxes, like killing your grandpa before you were born? Those plots assume the past is a fixed place you can zip to and mess with, like editing a saved video game. But if events are just happenings, not eternal locations, poof, paradox gone. You can't go back to tweak something that already occurred. It's not sitting there waiting. Jansen ties this to bigger philosophy puzzles, like whether time flows or if everything, past, present, future, exists in a block universe? His answer: time's arrow is real. It's how events chain in our world, but don't overthink it as properties of non-existent things. What now? A fresher lens on the cosmos. Jansen isn't calling for a physics revolution, he's pushing for clarity. Spacetime stays our go-to map for navigating the universe's drama. But treating it as a tool, not truth, frees us from weird conclusions, like time being an illusion or the universe being a static block. This idea echoes older thinkers. Aristotle saw events as changes, not objects, and modern ones questioning reality's foundations. As quantum computers and telescopes probe deeper, Jansen's nudge might spark simpler, truer models. So, next time you gaze at the stars, remember, the cosmos isn't a tapestry, it's a story unfolding, event by event. And our maps, they're pretty darn good at telling